So Sony managed to piss off a pretty large portion of their user base today by announcing that they're jacking up the price of PlayStation Plus by actually a pretty good amount. But before I even get into that whole controversy, let me start out by saying that I think Sony, the way they announced this, was just pretty damn shady if you ask me. Let me show you this. This is the PlayStation Games for August post. Notice the date. It's July the 27th. This is what this post has looked like for almost an entire month. Now, I'm using the Internet Archive site to go back and show you what this post looked like, what the original post actually said, so you don't think that I'm just making this up. Flash forward to today, and what they've done is they've gone back and they stealth edited this post from almost a month ago to throw in this major announcement about them raising the price of PlayStation Plus. And I guess, maybe that way they don't have to update the URL. They don't have to have a dedicated post that somebody can search for on their website. I don't know what the reason is, but it seems kind of odd to go back and edit that old of a post to make such a huge announcement. Anyways, the new prices are going to be as follow. You're looking at $60 in the US, $70 in Canada for a year subscription now, $25 and $30 for a 3-month. And the monthly plan is going to be raised in Canada to $12, but it's going to remain $10 in the US. Sony says this is so that they can continue to provide, quote, exceptional value to their customers. So, if you're planning on continuing to use this service, now's probably the time to buy your subscription while it's cheaper. So I'm going to leave a link down below where you can go buy those up and you can actually stack them so that you could get multiple years if that's what you wanted to do. But let me ask you this question, and try to set your preferences aside. Try to just be honest. Back when Sony first announced that they were going to start making you pay for features that you really actually already paid for when you bought the game, like multiplayer, they said it was so that they could invest in their infrastructure. They said it was so they could invest in better quote-unquote free games. It was so they could deliver the highest quality possible. So now that you've been paying for PlayStation Plus for a while, now that they're asking you to pay even more for it, have you seen these upgrades? Have you noticed a major investment in infrastructure? Have download speeds increased? Has downtime been lowered? Do you have better features like changing your name now? Do you have dedicated servers? And do you have better quote-unquote free games? And a lot of people would say no, 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 and hell no. Sony didn't even deliver dedicated servers for their #1 best-selling IP. And a lot of people have been complaining lately about the lack of quality titles and a lot of the indies and shovelware that's been thrown into PlayStation Plus. The fact is, Sony knows people are going to pay this price. Just a few weeks ago, we learned that Sony as a whole is relying heavily on the PlayStation division for revenue, while at the same time, PlayStation sales are beginning to slump. So when they tell their investors and shareholders that, look, you got to continue to invest in us, PlayStation division is going to continue to print money for us, they're going to have to prove it. And so the way that they're getting ready to try to transition this lower number in PlayStation sales is, one, they're getting ready to release new consoles, new hardware with the VR, and as an added bonus, they're going to be raking in more cash from all those loyal paying customers. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. You want to read more about it? Links down below. Post below. What do you think about this price hike and how Sony rolled it out? I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.